How to manage a construction budget as a project manager. So do you want to know how you in your role can use the budget as your ability to see the future like a superintendent uses the schedule? Do you want to know the key steps, the mindset that you can have with this, and the things that you can do to be safe throughout? If so, you've come to the right place. So let's go. All right, so I have 10 key considerations on this video that I want to talk to you about, and I'm going to give you the context throughout. So let's begin right now. Now, hold on a minute. Before we get started, I know you're going to like this content. Please like and subscribe. The reason that we do these videos is so that you can have the real-time information. It helps the information to scale. And with that scaling and reach, we're able to continually fund these and keep providing them. Oh, by the way, real quick, we are taking the videos and we create graphics, and those graphics go into books, they go into free guides that will be on the website, they go into little trainings, they get spread throughout in so many different ways. So the start of all of them are these videos. So how you treat this channel affects 4 or 5 different other types of media. So I just want to ask you for that like, that subscribe, that comment. Thank you for everything that you do. All right, so let's get right into this. Number 1, detailed budget planning. And it's so funny, for our construction company, Lean Built, we're actually going through the budgeting process right now. And I love what we're doing. We're going through and making sure we have the right production plan, that we have the right logistics plan, which is huge for our general conditions and general requirements. And we're going through the different, from the site plan and the design narrative, going through and finding out what is this building going to be. And we're starting to gather comps, as one does, and talking to trade partners about the different nuances and their square foot pricing. And it's very, very detailed and very, very well thought out. There's a huge difference between, oh, I just got this random bucket number in here. There's a huge difference between that and, okay, here's the thought. Here are the assumptions behind it, here's how we're going to build it, and here are some comps from other representative examples. So always start out with a detailed process when budgeting. Number 2, when you are doing your overall project budget, you'll have your general conditions, your general requirements, and then you'll have your subcontracts. One of the biggest things that you can do is really throughout that budget, make sure that not only when you made it, but now when you're buying out trade partners, that you understand the right scope and that you're scoping them out properly and selecting the right contractor. Okay, this is huge, this is huge, this is huge. Not the lowest bid, but the right contractor, because here's how you have to look at it. This may be your bid. You have a low bid, mid-range, high, or whatever. That low bid, that's not just the number. It's how much they'll change order you, how much they'll put you behind schedule. So there's an overall cost, right? And that overall cost might be less than your higher bid price, but the one that will change order you less and where there's less risk, right? So select the right contractor. But I love when we take either a Bluebeam drawing or whatever project management system you use, or an actual printed set of plans, and we're highlighting the scope and we're doing a page flip to make sure that everything is in that subcontract, that the entire scope is bought out, and that we are fitting within those numbers appropriately and crafting a deal to where we still have some buyout contingency as we go for any problems in the future. So make sure that you have thorough contract management and that you're contracting with trade partners well. Number 3, you must have an effective procurement system. So you have to buy trade partners out from a budget standpoint and release the materials in enough time. Now here's why it ties to budget. Because if you do that late, then you'll be stuck and forced, and you'll have to pay for expediting if any of your materials are late. How much better off would you be if you had a proper budget, bought out the trade partner soon enough, and then were able to go through a process where you collaborate on the right materials and the right sourcing to get what you need on time and to make decisions that will keep that overall subcontract, meaning the material procurement portion of it, within your budget. Number 4, and I love this, obviously budget monitoring must happen continuously. It is not just your job cost report looking at any of your indirects or any of your general conditions or general requirements. You're not just cutting like your expenses from your indirects. Yeah, that's not what it's all about. It's looking at your general conditions, your general requirements, your subcontracts, also any gains that you might get from your obviously labor gains, from your craft, from any lump sum contracts, plus your contingency buckets, plus obviously your fee and any other opportunities that you might have on the job. Looking at the whole picture, managing that with the superintendent, the project executive, and general superintendent are crucial on a weekly basis. Number 5, change order management. As soon as you have a change order, obviously you have to know, is this coming out of the contingency on the project? Is it coming out of design or owner contingency? Is it something that is in addition to the overall guaranteed maximum price? What is it? And if it affects the overall budget, that needs to be projected. So even if it's a potential change order, or if we think it's a risk coming up, we're going to project that obviously from our overall budget, or we're going to project that from our contingency bucket. So as soon as you know that you have a potential change order, you've got to be tracking it financially on your budget as you go. Number 6, cost control measures. This basically means that you have a way of controlling costs. Obviously, you have that with budgets. You have it with your contracts that stipulate certain amounts. You obviously have monies allocated for specific things throughout the project, right? But you must have triggers inside of your budget so that you can see when you might be near or about to exceed a cost and control those throughout as a part of your budget tracking system. Number 7, I love this, effective communication. This is why this is so important to me. If your team doesn't know, hey, here are some risks that will cause us money, here are some opportunities that will gain us money, how are they ever going to do it, right? If they're like, if somebody says, Jason, you've got $35,000 to spend on signage or something, and I could actually do a dang good job for 15 grand, but I don't have the mindset as a super, and I'm not communicated that, hey, that 20 grand or 15 or 10 grand of savings could really help us in some other ways. I might just go spend the money, right? But having a conversation about the overall strategy will be key there. Where we code things, how much money we're spending, what our strategy is, how we should approach the work, and how it affects money. Clearly communicate these things to the entire team and make it a focus in your team meetings. Number 8, and I love this, risk management. I've already talked about the risk and opportunity register, but I want you to show here are anchors from past projects and all of the risks we know could possibly happen. And I want you to put a dollar amount, which is not too small. I don't want to use the word conservative or aggressive. I want the number to be pretty realistic about what the true impact could be. And I want that to tally up. And I want to see the sum of your potential risks and show the team what would happen if we don't get rid of them. That will motivate the team to go work on removing these risks through proper planning and through strategy. And so focusing on your risks throughout your budget management is key. Number 9, technology utilization. This is a no-brainer. I probably didn't even need to mention this, but make sure that your budget tracking systems are working properly from a technological standpoint and that they're seamless. At this point, so I love Excel. The only thing that Excel worries me about is for estimating and for budget tracking in case we have a formula in there wrong. Use technology the best that you have to track your budgets. And number 10, audit and review them. I love the concept of checking in on these on a monthly basis, digging deep and seeing exactly where we are and how we are projecting from a financial standpoint. And so I'm going to leave you with a beautifully formatted Canva graphic that explains all of these concepts specifically to your role. I hope you've enjoyed this video. On we go.